Hello and welcome to another video for Minus Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at the 1988 release by Galoob from their Star Trek The Next Generation series of action figures. Now Galoob had the license for the Star Trek figures for season 1 of The Next Generation back in the 1988 before they discontinued and the license was handed over to Playmates. Galoob had it for that first season, and the figures from that Galoob produced were all from season 1 of Star Trek The Next Generation. Okay, so what are we looking at today? Today we are looking at Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who was captain of the USS Enterprise starship, as it says on the bottom of the card. This is the card, and it says ages 4 and up, Star Trek The Next Generation, includes phaser weapon and tricorder analyzer and poseable figure. And on the bottom right hand corner you can see it's got Galoob and the item number is 5340. Okay, so that is the front of the card. Now before we have a look at the figure, I'm just going to turn the card around and see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around and this is what we've got printed on the back. It's got Star Trek Next Generation. It's got stardate 41000.1. 78 years after the original mission, an all-new USS Enterprise and her crew head out into the all-new adventures. Their mission to protect and defend Earth's Federation star bases and colonies, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone or no one has gone before. And it says, collect the whole universe of action and adventure. And you got Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Commander William Riker, Lieutenant Commander Data, Lieutenant Geordi LaForge, Lieutenant Tasha Yar, Lieutenant Worf, and Evil Ferengi Leader. And it's got action figures, collect the whole crew, phaser weapon, die-cast USS Enterprise starship. It says Star Trek aliens, Antican delegate, and Sealay leader. Action environments, USS Enterprise starship, shuttlecraft Ferengi fighter. For information on the Star Trek fan club, write to Star Trek the Official Fan Club, PO Box 111 000 Aurora, $9.99 per year, includes the bi-monthly Star Trek Fan Club magazine and membership kit. Well, there we go. And at the bottom we've got USS Enterprise starship flying, and then we've got Star Trek The Next Generation Starfleet personal file. Picard, Jean-Luc, Captain, Commander, USS Enterprise, Earth, French descent. Already a 24th century legend for his incredible 22-year voyage as mission commander and ship's captain in the historic deep space chartered vessel USS Stargazer, in command of the powerful new USS Enterprise, Captain Picard is headed for the most exciting adventure of his life. And then we got proof of purchase with 1 mission point, the barcode, and you got all the copyright information at the bottom. And it says Paramount logo and the Galoob logo, and that Picard information is a cut out and collect card. So at the time you would cut them out and keep them. Okay, so that is the back of the card. Now without further ado, let's turn the card back round and have a look at the figure. Okay, so I've turned the card around, and there is a particular reason why I wanted to do this one, because the bubble had actually come loose on this particular card, as you can see. So as that's happened on this, I can actually lift the bubble off and I can actually take the figure out, and there we have Captain Picard Galoob figure. And that's the first one I've ever seen out of the packets, because we don't normally touch them. We usually leave them in the packets, we don't remove them. But you can see there is Captain Picard he's holding his phaser. So even though it says he comes with a phaser, it doesn't actually be removed from his hand. There's not a great deal of articulation. You've got the arms which move up and down, the waist moves up and down, and the knees moves up and down. That is just the articulation that you've got. Size wise on these figures, we're looking at 9 centimeters tall, widest point across, which is from elbow to elbow, I think, which is about just under 4 centimeters. And depth wise again, if we go widest point, which is his arm, we're looking at about 2 centimeters. So that's the size of Picard. Let's bring him close in so you can see. I don't want to blur him out. There we go. So you can see the facial features are very good in actual fact. If you look at that facial feature, then look at Picard behind there, it's very, very good. The features are done exceptionally well for this time, which was 1998. So yeah, a very, very good likeness of Captain Picard. And he's obviously in his first season uniform. And I think it's done very well. Even the badge sticks out. It's not actually just printed onto the top like they were in some of the other figures, but this is actually sticks out like it is a badge rather than a part, just a painted part of the figure. The only downside, I think, is the fact that he's holding the phase and you can't remove it. I think that's a bit of a disappointment. Now it does come with his Tricorder Analyzer, they call it. That's still actually sealed into the packet, so I don't really want to take it out. But it looks like it's just it looks more like a mobile phone really on a strap, and that would just go over his shoulder, or perhaps around his neck. You could have that, but there's nothing spectacular about that either. It's just a little lump of plastic that comes with him. But as far as the sculpting and the images is concerned, if we have a look at him right next to the image of Captain Picard, as played by Patrick Stewart, there you can see it's a pretty good likeness. I've got to say, I think that is excellent. It's an excellent looking figure of Picard. Maybe it's just the bald head and the hair that makes it look so good, but it looks like they've got the eyebrows down to a fine art. Not so much about the eyes, but the shape of the face, the nose, is they've done it very well indeed. A very, very good likeness, I think, of this figure, and for back in the 90s, it was particularly good. 1988, so I said 98 earlier, didn't I? But this is 88, so it's particularly good. So 1988, what we're talking 36 years ago these were produced. So obviously technology's moved on a tremendous amount since then, and the sculpting on figures now is so much better, but this for the time I think is superb. And now it is a shame that this bubble has actually come away from the card, but obviously it's a very old item, 36-year-old item. It's the glue just tends to disintegrate, and they do have a tendency to pop off quite easily, but other than that, it's mint condition. And we do have quite a few of these figures, which are all available on the cards. This one obviously is also available, however it will be a little bit price reduced compared to the ones that are still sealed, because the card has actually, the bubble has actually come off the card. But getting back to these figures, trying to find them in the mint unused condition is very difficult to find, but as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of products which we are shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on the review of this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.